Problem solving, critical thinking, memory improvement, and also concentration towards new things are abundance of precious knowledge that kids must have. Parents also have a great contribution towards how kids see the world. Language is one of the immersive value and door to abundance of knowledge. To get into the heart of parents and students, we provide SIT strategy that stands for School Acquisition, Improvement of Retention, and Tutor Management for Lingo Junior, to enhance their game to delve into the B2B partnership to give more impact towards kids in terms of language learning. Therefore, allow us from Flickr team, with me Bintang as the first speaker, followed by Ezra and Grace as the second and third speaker, to bring you into our holistic strategy in business-to-business market.
Before we get into our solution, let's get to know the context. LingoTalk is a language learning platform that assists students in learning according to their own needs. For Lingo Junior, the business has developed a new B2B scheme that will assist schools and institutions in providing a platform for their pupils to study languages. This new B2B program has significant commercial hurdles in the field. The public sector has low willingness to pay. The second problem that the company is facing is that in the day-to-day operation, they found the student had a low attention span. LingoTalk also faces another problem, which is to ensure the quality of their tutor as lessons are conducted live. This problem leaves us with big three questions. To answer this problem, we as a team came up with the SIT strategy.
Next is the background and context. Lingo Junior faced some issues in entering and dominating the kid-specific primary school market. LingoTalk is a language learning edtech startup based in Indonesia which launched Lingo Junior. These are the 5 main goals of Lingo Junior, and we categorize the complications into 4 parts: school's low willingness to pay, children's low attention span, school acquisition, and difficulty to control tutor's quality. Which poses this question: how to overcome those issues Lingo Junior is facing and successfully enter and dominate the kids-specific market and also be the champion in primary school's language teaching.
Through value analysis, we analyzed that Lingo Junior have an unused competitive advantage. With the valuable of concept of placement tests and 5 language, offered a private and group class with a comprehensive learning materials and flexible schedule, followed by the rare resource, which is the system where Lingo Junior have a live session tutor to accommodate the children. Immutable threat in form of engagement, which is B2C segment that aims parents and students directly. To reach sustainable competitive advantage, Lingo Junior needs to expand their business-to-business segment to reach a bigger scope of market.
Lingo Junior is facing some weaknesses and threats in its operation and competing with other language training providers as in the school segmentation framework. This is the SWOT analysis for Lingo Junior program by LingoTalk. We have some strengths such as 5 different comprehensive language curricula and some weaknesses, for instance, shallow company-customer relationship, many opportunities such as high language market opportunity, and also some threats like the issues mentioned before.
And next, we conduct market segmentation to prioritize and get to know the market. Based on our analysis, even though public schools are the biggest market with less competitors, the barrier of entry is that these schools have limited budgets that lead to low willingness to pay for external products. Based on our current condition, we recommend LingoTalk to first implement school acquisition and partnership strategy to increase partners and consumers, followed by improving user retention rate to bring more user satisfaction and better experience, and lastly, to implement the tutor quality standardization to ensure LingoTalk's tutor quality and performance.
To answer these problems, we come with a strategy named SIT. The first is the school acquisition and partnership strategies, which consists of 4 strategies. These strategies will be explained in the next 4 slides. First is Lingo Junior as a language learning extracurricular activity in school program. According to Mada research, the most effective age to learn a language to achieve native like speaker is by the age of 10 years old. Most primary schools only provide foreign language learning with 1 or 2 languages, English or Mandarin. Other than those 2 are really provided as an option. From this we come up with a solution, which is Lingo Junior as an extracurricular activity program adjusting to the demand with diverse language option. The expected results are the increase of number of school partner by 50% and 65% of Lingo Junior students addition. Next, we have augmented reality language fair to improve Lingo Junior engagement with stakeholders. According to Harvard Business Review, augmented reality has already been used for commercial activities since 2008. 70% of consumerism will be enhanced by using AR tools, while more than 50% B2B buyers say they use the buying experience to determine their purchasing decisions. Hence, to increase this fun experience, Lingo Junior can use virtual language fair as an approach to increase their B2B on school foundation. With augmented reality world, LingoTalk can give the stakeholders a glimpse of their product as an introduction on each segment of 5 languages from Lingo Junior. These are the key performance indicators. The third strategy is Lingo Junior increased partnership with school through government and credit payment system. Data shows that 88.11% of elementary schools in Indonesia is public schools. The problem Lingo facing is partnering with public schools is way more complicated than with private schools. We come up with a partnership strategy approaching the huge potential of public schools through government's educational authorities. Lingo Talk could also provide a credit payment system. Last strategy from the school acquisition part is personalizing Lingo Junior product with each partner by adjusting strategies. This is the product adjustment flowchart. Started with a demand survey, and next Lingo could do segmentation of primary schools. And last is the output, which is a personalized program over to each school. Besides personalized programs, we recommend Lingo to have a personalization on rate too. Negotiate with each schools about the method that works best for their students and the rate determination. In determining the rate, some factors should be accounted like mentioned in the slide.
Through the retention rate improvement as our second strategy, we come out with three main strategies, which is Lingo Play, Lingo Consult, and CRM optimization that will boost retention rate and market availability. Lingo Play is a platform that's going to enhance student attention in learning session to back up a conservative teaching method in form of gamification. We come out with MDA framework that consists of mechanics, dynamics, and aesthetics that target its rules, system, and engaging gamification. Therefore, we come out with Lingo Ask that lets students draw an object that others will guess using multiple choices. We expect 43% time consumption on Lingo School and 37% enhancement on subscription extension. With 41% of parents' tendency to discuss their child to their teacher and 46% parents' involvement in students' achievement, we provide Lingo Consult as a junior consultation program for parents to keep parents' trust on Lingo Junior that will increase school consideration on acquiring Lingo Junior. We provide 5 steps of consultation, which is appointment, consultation, consideration, companionship, and triumphant. With live consultation program for kids tracking and planning for their future, we expect an increase of 48% on market share and lowered platform flexibility. With a high customer retention management, new stakeholders can have a better understanding of the quality of Lingo Junior. Through the approximate of profit gain from 25% to 85%, we come out with CRM platforms or customer retention management platforms in form of testimonial section for schools with 5-star rating system. This way, schools can take a previous example of a good impact from partnership with Lingo Junior. This allows us to get a key performance indicator of 30 new schools within 3 months and lowered 70% of churn rate for old customers.
Through standardization, Lingo Talk can monitor and ensure tutor's quality. Therefore, we recommend a tutor standardization strategy for the company to implement. That consists of HR planning, strategic onboarding, and tutor monitoring system. First, we need to identify Lingo Talk's needs and conditions to plan ahead for the future of human resources. Through interlocking areas of opportunity for ethics are fostering learning cultures, cultivating learning communities, and also building learning into the workflow. All three reinforce one another by enhancing talent's retention, engagement, and also performance. Before starting to hire more tutors, Lingo Talk needs to identify the future human resource needs based on their condition. To implement this, there are 3 key steps. First is assessing. Based on the company's plan, we can assess the current human resource capacity and quality. The second one is forecasting. After a performance assessment, we can know our current resource strengths and weaknesses. And lastly, communicating. To implement this planning, we need to communicate the strategy throughout the organization so that all divisions have the same vision. After knowing the current HR performance, we can come up with a strategy on future hiring plan. In the case of Neutron, a conventional offline student tutoring company, we set criteria for incoming tutors that fit their students' needs. By setting these recruitment standards that are based on student needs and the company culture, will result in tutors that are both high quality and also fitting. Next, we need to acquaint new tutors with Lingo Talk's culture, environment, and goals strategically. Onboarding is the process of acquainting new employees with all of those. According to Gallup Analytics, 1 in 5 employees either report that their onboarding was poor or that they received no onboarding at all. This can result in a non-productive new talent. According to Bauer, good onboarding requires compliance, explanation, cultures, and also relationship. We recommend Lingo Talk to produce content for new tutor onboarding as follows here. This ensures that tutors share the same goal and approach as the company. By implementing a strategic and effective onboarding, will result in a 54% improvement in productivity, 82% improvement in new hire retention, and also 60% improvement in new hire adjustment time. Next, Lingo Talk can formulate KPIs and guidelines to measure tutors' performance. One of the recommended ways to measure the performance of tutor is to first turnaround time of marking or assignments, and second, number of assignments submitted and exam results, And the third is students' reward rates. So based on this, we recommend LingoTalk to apply these KPIs as follows. With this, we believe that LingoTalk can keep in check the tutor quality and performance. However, KPIs are not enough. To implement this further, we need to apply performance management on the company's talents. By keeping all stakeholders in contact and helping each other, define goals or targets, and an optional pay differentiation based on performance. LingoTalk needs to maintain a thorough communication between institution, tutors, parents, and students to know how every party is feeling to achieve good quality of tutoring.
And next, this is the high-level implementation timeline for the solutions we recommend.
In conclusion, through SIT strategy in 12 months, we managed to create a financial projection with the NBV of 193 million rupiah and return of investment of 32.6% per year. Through this calculation, we managed to get 413 million rupiah for each school acquisition and 178 million for students acquisition. Therefore, we get 900 new students from SIT strategy. We believe that SIT strategy is a feasible and comprehensive strategy to create new boundaries of business-to-business segment for Lingo Junior.